Hey Leagues enjoyers, timestamps available in the description to skip ahead. So, Leagues is almost upon us. Countdown's on screen. I'm as hyped as you all are. Let's get into the video today. We're going to be talking about some of the echo items here, and then we're going to go into the demonic packs themselves. A lot of people have already done endgame builds, things like that. What I want to look at is more of a early game and mid game build that you can do. We'll play around with it a lot too. Just kind of figure some stuff out today, give you some ideas on what you might want to do. Obviously, your region is going to be dependent on what it is that you have available to you. So let's get into things, alright? So starting off in Valimor, we have the Moxley giving us the Infernal Tecpatl. If I'm just messing these up, just you can laugh it off later. I don't know. Correct me in the comments down below. Most of you already know what it does. We're not going to go over like a lot of this stuff, but really fun special attacks, which allows you to hit 4 times in quick succession. The only real part is the increased max hit. The accuracy can be mostly fixed through the demonic packs. Stepping up next as Garnia, Cerberus, Echo, they swapped it out from the wonderful God Sword that we had to the Fang of the Hound. Not sure why. Maybe if it looked more like Cerberus' tooth and you just like jammed a stick in it. It's a dagger. Not super good, but it is a light weapon, super fast. Something to consider. I don't think it's going to be too super amazing. Not too bad. The only problem is that it's Cerberus, and Cerberus is a very high Slayer requirement. Kandarin, which is a lot of people's go-to for this league's Devil's Element, practically does the same thing that it did last league's. The Shadowfame Quadrant. Honestly, probably the weirdest. Next up, we have Corrend. They changed out the Salamander for the Nature's Recurve, behind Hispori. This was going to be my go-to this league's. However, they dropped the ball because they decided that it cannot heal above 99 HP. Why even bother giving us the weapon at all? Moving on. Alright, going up to our problem child, Fremnik. Honestly, in my opinion, pretty mid-helm. The only good thing about it is that it counts as an imbued Slayer helm. Moving on. Wildy, we have the King's Barrage from the KBD, swapping out from the Kopesh and Shield. Very, very huge loss in my opinion. Moving on, we have probably one of the best items. Grotesque Guardians, Gloves of the Damned, swapping out for the new Sceptre. I enjoyed the gloves from last leagues. Pretty good effect. Sceptre is super mid. Maybe you'll be using it in some Slayer situations or multi-combat for certain things, but really it's mainly just good for the Nylos room in Tob. We have the Drygore Blowpipe returning from Calfight Queen. It's pretty much just the same as it was last league's. The only difference is now it's got a burning effect applied to it. But I mean, you'll eventually get the wonderful Twisted Bow, so Toa says hello. Moving on to probably the best and really only super good echo item this league's. We have the Crystal Blessing returning. Instead of just being able to use melee weapons with it this time, it allows melee weapons and all magic-powered weapons. Already amazing out of the gate. Provides 2% magic damage, plus 20% magic attack bonus per crystal armor. We come down here, you can get 30% accuracy bonus, 15% damage bonus, 6% additional magic damage, plus 60 additional magic attack. So you get your Bofa, you can get the Salad Blade, get you a good staff. You can be set up pretty good. Okay, so let's talk about demonic packs here. We're just gonna go straight into the planner. We're gonna do, you can disregard this. This is hilarious. Yoink. What we're gonna look at, we're gonna do an early game sort of build, or what you can expect for early game. We're gonna do mid game as well. And then we'll look at what to go for, I guess, for the task to complete. So, early game, we're looking at about 7 points. This should get you to faster attack speed and any combat situation that you want to go, whether you want to go more down mage, melee, or ranged. It's going to lock you in to specifics into what you can do. So mage, you can realistically choose any of these except for air. Actually, air will get you there too. Most people are going to probably go the water line in terms of their builds. So for this example, we'll just stick with that. When it first regenerates. Like I said, we're not really going into these. This is mainly just to get to our attack speed. This will set us up for early game when we get to it, which will just boost our progression into the mid game before you eventually just super snowball into late game and you're already OP as can be. Right? Sure, absolutely. 7 points, that's all it takes. It's going to be 7 points in all 3 trees. Like, yeah, air can get there as well, but you can just go the water out, like I said. That's probably what a lot of people will do. Maybe some people will go the earth route. I hear that there's a lot of people that are looking to go the air line just due to the the prayer stacking that a lot of people are looking at for just massive damage. But yeah, so this is what we're looking at. This will just get you your faster attacks with the standard spellbook while you're still using it. Get you through most of the early content that you need to. Or if you don't want to do that, we'll go into the melee tree here. We're doing the fast weapons, so daggers, I believe a lot of scimitars as well, mainly just to get you there. All this just to go into 1 tick faster. That'll also set you up 7 points here as well. Unfortunately, you can't do it with the heavy weapons. The only real perk to that is just slower halberds getting a slightly faster attack speed. But, you know, this is just to start with things. Just to get you somewhere. And then for the range line, unfortunately, your only option here is to go bows, because they're the only ones that really attack faster. Now, you could, however, if you don't want to use bows, because let's be honest, we have darts and, well, potential darts if you pick desert first as your first, like, real reason to unlock, which I don't know why you would do that, but you do you. But a lot of people will just go throwing knives. And what, 7 points? You can already get into your ranged echo triggers, potentially up to 4 times. That's not bad. Or if you want to, you could go here. Instead of the up to 4 range echo triggers, you could just do sort of like an Atlatl build, but without having to use one. I mean, obby armor is not that hard to get. Some look into. Never know. But yeah. So then I was trying to think of what the mid game would look like, and honestly, I don't know why it was so difficult, but 20 points. 20 points is your mid game. You could say it's 10 points if you want, which will get you down 1 line of a tree. Or 9 points, depending on which one you go to. No, it's 10 points. Sorry. But like, you could go there. And this is when you could start, like, we'll do... Let's say you're starting to set up your blind bag stuff, right? I mean, that's only 18 points right there. So when you look at, let's see, range. I don't really see people doing a lot of crossbow stuff this leagues unless you're going wilderness, because you really want to get the crossbow from there. But like, I guess if you really are gonna go for the crossbow from next, that's up to you. We don't really even need to do anything special here. I was thinking of like what you could do with this using the Tecpatl. It's like you don't even need to do anything really special here, you know? You could just do, you don't even need that. You could just do that. That already sets up your Tecpatl for pretty much the rest of the game. And then you could just go into your water tree. 16. Water tree setup. And you could already start on your melee tree. Something to think about. Shoot, that's 17 points right there. Or let's say you'd rather go the earth line. Let's see here. You can use shadow spells. I don't know if it really matters. I mean, shoot. If you're not really looking to do super fancy stuff, or you're still trying to think of what it is that you want to do, you can also change things up. Maybe you're using a shield the whole time. Huh? We're going into that Thorns build, right? That's only 10 points right there. And we can still make it better. $17, 17, 18. Man, what? Just for that, this extra 45 defense. 19, 20. 55 permanent defense level boost. And this is early game. This is just Thorns. And you don't even have to be using a melee, anything melee. You could still be using a staff if you really wanted to. You can use darts if you're still training range. This just gives you a ton of defense. Let's see here. We take away some of these extra little perks, right? Say we get this down to like 10 here, just so that we have it. Bam, look at that. You're practically already set up for your Ice Barrage Thorns build, right? Everything else is just icing on the cake. But I mean, that's all in what you want to do, right? Just something to think about. But yeah, mid-game, easy, 20 points. Oh, we can check in on our blind bag, right? Maybe you just want to go melee the whole route. You don't really care about the other accuracies because you're going to be using the halberd because you have Taranwin. Early game... Actually, no, sorry, not early game. Mid-game. Well, early to mid-game, maybe about mid-game, you have your Dragon Halberd that you can buy. Because, let's be honest, you're probably going to go for the Crystal Halberd, so you're going to have Kandarin and Taranwin. Very unfortunate that you need both of those, but if you're not doing Crystal Halberd, then you picked Mauritania. And you're going for the Noxious Halberd later. We're only at 14 points, right? But we're also here for blind bag, right? We have our mini prayer situation set up. And I mean, that's just to start things off, right? You don't even need the prayer bonus, right? The only reason I'm doing that is like maybe you're wearing something like Monk's Robe, maybe you've been doing clues. to get league points. League points, task points, same difference. Get some of that wonderful prayer bonus items. But yeah, that's gonna about do it for us for looking at the skill tree. Let's go into the actual tasks. What we're gonna go with first is just what you have available from the start. So League's tutorial, Hill Giant, League's menu. That's 3 already. Combat level 50, easy 4. Protect from melee prayer, 5. That's just global. Not hard to do at all. Let's see here. Dvidasar. I mean, come on now. That's 6. Don't try and tell me that's not easy. You know that's easy. So there's an easy 6 points right there. You're almost there for the early game, right? Steel Dragon, I think you could easily do that. Just going to be wasting a lot of food. That's doable. There's your 7 points. We're not even in a region yet. Alright, so we've got 7 points. Let us look at our other regions right here. See if we can't get ourselves up to 20. Let's see, Cholna's Garnia. I'm going to open a notepad here. Let me see if I can add this onto the screen here. Okay. Let's see. So we got 7 early points. Haven't unlocked our first region. There we go. So, Escarnia. Easy PK the troll. Dragon Defender. That puts us at 9. Maybe Titans, but we'll just say 2 for now. Desert. Setting fire to that mountain, right? Nice Barrage. That adds another 2. Now, this is all just speculation. Your mid-game could be way sooner, and you're not even using like 20 points yet. You could be on like 14. Who knows? It could be even sooner than that. It could be just 10, like I was saying. But we're just looking for those first easy points that you're almost guaranteed to get for like any average player. If you're someone that's you already know is going to be super good, none of this applies to them. They already know what they are going to do, how they're going to do it, and practically in what order, unless they decide to only go for a certain period and then they're just like, all right, let's wing it. Like, sure, dude. Let's see, got Big Chicken. 8 Pengies. Basilisk Knight. I really do think Basilisk Knight is doable very quickly. So we got 3 from front of me. That's awesome, right? Let's see here. Kandarin. Let's see. We'll do... Oh, it went up. Yeah, I was gonna write something else, but we're gonna not do that. Mythic Dragon. And then, because if you're not already killing demonics by mid-game, equip an occult necklace. Right? Maybe, unless that's something that I'm not thinking of. We'll just open this real quick. Never mind, that is locked behind Slayer. So 2 for Kandarin early. I'm just gonna type in Seiya because everybody seems to want to call it Seiya. It's not, but whatever, man. Alright, Grubby Chest, 57 Thieving. Easy peasy. I want to say Skatizo would be next. Let's see what we're looking at for Lizard Shamans. Like, I don't know how early people can do Lizard Shamans. Do they have a Slayer requirement? No, they don't. Let's see here. Weak to stab. You'd be wearing the Shazian armor against him, potentially. Could get a Dragon Warhammer, that wouldn't be too bad. Let's see what the Slayer task guide says. Practically a whole lot of nothing. So we'll leave them out. So we'll add Skatizo though. If I can spell it right. So 2 from Seiya. Let's see, Wilderness. No more werewolves. You can save spot them. Not even a problem. I spelled that wrong, I don't care. full barrel set. So we got 3 from Wilderness. I don't remember how to spell Taronwyn. Because why would I bother? Black Dragon shouldn't really be that much of an issue. Volcano should be easy. I mean, most people have done that in their sleep practically. We'll leave it at 2 for mid-game. Maybe you're not there yet. Oh, this is not... My bad. That was Mauritania, not the Wilderness. Now we're doing the Wilderness. So... Chaos Dwarf. Malediction Ward. Oh, man. Apparently I'm ready for a nap. Honestly, that'll be just about to set you up. So while it's not fully 20, you're going to be progressing anyways. So what, you pick like your extra region? Well, actually, we need to go back to those, don't we? Because we're going to the mid game, right? Oh, General Crumsh and Varlamore. Crumja. Bam. Okay. General. One Echo Boss. Mid game, that should be achievable. I really think so. Let's see here. Fire Cape. Fire Cape could potentially be done early as well. But hey, we'll see, right? I would say the third challenge, but I'm not really sure. For Karamja. Find that group for Hugh Kodal. And that's not bad. So we have our 7 early points. That should be very easy to get. And then mid game, if we do that, that puts us at 10. 10 for mid game from our starter regions of Varlamore, Karamja, and then the generalized tasks. Which, that alone gets you to the end of a tree, which should start your snowball. And then, depending on which region you want to pick, whether it be Asgarnia, the desert, Fremi, Kandarin, Saya, Mortania, Taranwin, or the Wildy, you have a few easy points from each of them that you should be able to get, which will help push your build along that much more. And of course, as you're unlocking regions, you just snowball out of control. But hey, that's just my take on how things can go. I just wanted to give you a little spin on what you could think to do for your early game. Obviously, how you want to build your character is how you should do it. You don't have to take my advice. Maybe just lean off of it to build your own ideas. Have fun. I'll see you all in leagues. We're what? Let's go. Oh, that's not where I wanted to go. Oh wait. Obviously, this is a little later from the initial start of this video, but we're a day out. If you don't already have your regions and your relics picked, good luck. Just remember, we do have 3 resets available to us that we'll be able to use. Mainly from, if I remember right, it is from doing the Echo Bosses, like just your first 3. You'll get a reset token from those. But yeah, I'll see you all in the game. Enjoy. It's been Rain TK. Have a great day.